Hello, my loves. Welcome to Pain to Joy, episode 14. My name is Danielle and I am so thankful that you are choosing to be here with me today. At the end of episode 13, I mentioned that there will be a part 2 speaking to lived experience and practical tools that I've used to accept certain things in my life as I've come to acknowledge and accept that acceptance and surrender to things that happen. We don't accept it once and it's a done deal. It happens over and over again throughout our lives. That will not happen in this episode. Today, I would like to share a quote that I keep seeing online and speak to that. And the quote is, "Some of you are walking love letters and you don't even realize it. You're lighting up rooms, shifting atmospheres, and carrying inspiration just by being you. Such a precious gift." And I'm going to read it again. Some of you are walking love letters and you don't even realize it. You're lighting up rooms, shifting atmospheres, and carrying inspiration just by being you. Such a precious gift. So I keep seeing this, and it's so beautiful. And it made me think about love letters that I've been receiving these last few weeks. Now, a love letter to me doesn't have to be an actual letter. I actually started calling them love notes. Whenever someone sends me a message out of the blue, or even if it's not out of the blue, something that shows that someone was thinking of me, something that is written or physical or a photographic evidence that someone is sharing love with me, I call those love notes. And for the purpose of this podcast, we can call them love notes, we can call them love letters. But I can't tell you how many times in the last 2-3 weeks people have sent me photographs of a stone or a rock shaped like a heart, of something that they're eating. My friend Curly sent me, it was coconut shaped like a heart. Yesterday I was cooking and I went to make twice baked mashed potatoes, and I opened up the butter and I noticed that someone had kind of hacked at the butter, and I thought, oh goodness. So what I did and what I do sometimes is I'll just take the sides down off the butter, like the aluminum kind of foil, and then I put it face down in the pot. And when I picked it back up after it had melted sufficiently to make these delicious potatoes, I picked the rectangle sort of square piece of butter back up, and that hole, that stab, that knife stab of butter turned into a heart. And so, first of all, I just want to say how thankful I am for all of the people in my life that send me these love notes, that send me these love letters. I know I have so many people in the world that I love, and I'm so blessed and grateful and thankful to have so much love and so many people to love. And I'll see something that makes me think of them, and I'll send something their way. I have a friend, whenever I see roses, I send the roses her way, and we connect. Maybe we haven't connected in a while, and it's beautiful. And another reason I believe I started sharing years ago online about love is everywhere, hashtag love is everywhere, every time I put something on a story on Instagram or on a post on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok, is because I truly believe that love is everywhere. And because there are so many horrible things happening in the world that we hear about, I believe it's so important to focus on the good things, to focus on the loving things, to focus on connection. And I will be honest, I appreciate receiving love notes. I appreciate when I'm walking along and I see something on the ground in the shape of a heart. My dad says, oh, you and your niece, you're always seeing things in the shape of a heart. Well, I have trained my brain, because you can train your brain to see anything, right? I could have said to myself, oh, there's a star. Maybe wherever I look, I'm going to see stars. But I really started seeing hearts a few years ago. And now when I see something that's even remotely a little bit shaped like a heart, I see love. And I think that's a pretty beautiful thing. And I appreciate it because I do believe that love is everywhere. But just like everyone else, I have moments where I'm disheartened. I have moments where I need the reminder. And I've spent a lot of time the last couple of weeks resting and sleeping and not being awake very much and trying to take advantage of the awake time with family and friends in Thunder Bay, Ontario, where I currently am. And I can't tell you how heartwarming it is and how much it touches my soul when people take the time to share this little teeny tiny heart that they saw in something that they were baking or making, or a tiny heart that was in a puddle on the ground. And it is also a reminder to all of us and an invitation to think about what you're thinking about. Because I started seeing hearts a few years ago, and I haven't stopped. My brain is primed now to see something that is remotely a little bit looks like a heart. I see hearts and I see love. And quite frankly, I think that makes my life lighter and more full of love because I'm open to it. I'm seeing it. I'm aware of it. And again, a huge thank you to every single one of you who has ever taken the time to send me a love note in the form of your coconut heart, the rock shaped like a heart. Sometimes those little messages of, oh, I saw this heart, leads to a deeper conversation about love, leads to, oh, and by the way, who did I see this with? Someone I'm starting a new relationship with. Oh my gosh, so much love. And an invitation that I have for myself and for you, all of you, is could you write a love letter to yourself? I love receiving love notes. I love sending love notes. I do it all the time. It's like second nature. I see a flower, I see a heart, I see a feather. I send that to a friend because I know that that has meaning for her, for us. But in this moment, could you close your eyes and place your hand on your heart? I am doing the same. Could you take a deep belly breath in? And a long exhale. And with your eyes still closed, could you think about some things that you love about yourself? Your smile, the joy you bring to a situation, your eyes, your beautiful skin, your laugh. Could you take a few minutes now, press pause, or come back to this a little bit later, and could you write a love note? Could you write a love letter to yourself? Could you remind yourself of the rooms that you light up? Could you remind yourself that your presence has ripple effects far further in this beautiful world than you'll ever know? And yes, I still have the intention with this podcast to speak about pain and to speak about joy and to share tools that I've learned to live a joyful life. But a number one way to live a more joyful life is to extend just a little more love to yourself, a little more kindness, all of that love that you share with others, all of those love notes that you share with others when you smile at someone, when you hold the door for someone, when you're being kind and loving. Just as I say that, my whole heart space lights up. That causes so many loving ripple effects. You don't know that door you held for someone. Maybe that person was just not having the best day, and that kindness that you extended showed them a little love, and it made their day just a little bit better. So I want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge you for listening. I want to thank you. And I want you to know that you are so full of love, that there are so many things about you to love. And I truly hope that you seize this invitation to write a love letter to yourself, from yourself, celebrating so many things that you've been through, celebrating your courage, your resilience, your bravery, your strength. Look how far you've come. Look what you've accomplished. Look how peaceful you've become. Yes to loving yourself more. Yes to celebrating yourself more. And yes to taking a few minutes, maybe put on some music, light a candle, or sit outside if it's nice out in nature, breathe in the summertime air, watch the trees dancing in the wind. and write down all the things that you love about yourself. Because you are a gift to everyone who knows you and loves you. You are needed. You are necessary. You are incredible. So I just want to send a whole lot of love from my ginormous heart to your ginormous heart. I want you to know that even though literally I can't see you, I see you. I see your heart. I see how much love you give. I see all of the beautiful, loving, kind ripple effects that you have in this world. And I want to thank you for being loving. I want to thank you for being here. And I truly hope that you take the time to write a love letter to yourself. Feel free to email me at dksuddy@yahoo.ca. Let me know how you felt. Let me know how it goes. You can connect with me on Instagram, Danielle.Suddy, or on Facebook, Danielle Suddy. You can also find me on YouTube. Here's to loving yourself more. Here's to celebrating yourself more. And here's to writing the most beautiful love letter you've ever written from yourself to yourself. Sending love, sending peace, sending joy on your journey. Until next time.